So here we are on the road again, and some changes. I put some schmaltzy music in the background from the YouTube free schmaltzy music site, which is copyright free, so that when I export this from Twitch to YouTube, YouTube should be happy. It's just miscellaneous jazz. Hopefully it's quiet enough. And we are in Russel, Manitoba. We've got a cargo of, let's look, crawler tractor, 25 ton. We're going to Fort Nelson in BC, and it is, it's a long trip. Let me show you the trip where we're going. There we go, Russel to Fort Nelson. It's supposedly, well, it's 2,000 K, 22 hours. I guess we should check to see if we need to gas up. Where is the gas up? Oh, there's one there. Okay. But we'll have to watch it. It's not a especially heavy cargo, but so we should get decent mileage, but still doesn't hurt to watch it. So we tried to start this a little while ago, and it got I had very low FPS. I had to reboot my computer. It's annoying. Looking now, we're at 30 FPS. 45, 60, okay. It's a bit of a load. My card, my GTX 750, whatever the hell it is trying to run. It's getting gear. It's trying to stream at the same time, so it uses a bit of power, but so, anyways, oh yes, and I also looked up stuff about where I am and going to. So, leaving Russel, Manitoba. It's home of the October Beef and Barley Festival, which is very exciting, and surprisingly enough, the surrounding area has a lot of grain and cattle. And also potash mines nearby, which is big in fertilizer and sent around the world. So potash is a big thing in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. So, and we're right on the border of Saskatchewan. So I didn't look up why the hell we have potash. You know, it's just, I don't think it's a dead dinosaur thing. It's not as if we get it from the potash trees or the potash plant. It's an underground thing. Yeah, I'll have to check it up. It's been hanging around since 1880, Russel, and the population is about 1,600 people. Don't pull out bus. Thank you. So we are heading south. Oh, and then doing a little jake turning north. So 6 p.m. Put our running lights on, but that's it. And we'll hope that people let me out. Gonna let me out, gonna let me out, gonna let me out, gonna let me out, gonna let me out. Anybody? Oh, a bus did. So this is another long load. Not that heavy, but this one has a Jeep in front of the trailer, but not a Stinger at the back, so it could be worse, I guess. Oversized load, though. So we do this little jiggity jig. Look, it's raining, the wipers on, just because we should. Straight ahead is south 41 or 16 west, yes. Let's head. We should be not too bad on making turns with this. It's not as bad as the ones that have an extra pivot point at the back, so let's see what happens here. Oh, we still dusted a lot of stuff there, yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to go wide still. So, like I said, we are leaving Russel, the home of the October Beef and Barley Festival, and heading I think it's a 1900K route run, all the way up to Fort Nelson, BC, with a crawler tractor. This guy. Oop. And we're running up the road with it. Here we are. Oh, we're entering beautiful Saskatchewan. Naturally, I'm not sure what that means. So yeah, Russel was right on the border with Saskatchewan. Now in the real world, which of course we're not in, we would be seeing wheat fields stretching a long way into the distance. Now they could do wheat fields, I guess, in this game. That's not the hard part. It's the long way into this distance part that's hard. Because that's a lot of, well, I guess it's not so much. It's a lot of programming issues. You just cut space, cut space, cut space. But it's processing power to show this. So I think that's why they don't do it. Anyways, we're moving down the highway. We need to get... we don't really need fuel for a while. I should, sometimes I get a little laid back and keep it at half gas and wonder why I'm doing the whole trip at 60k. Maybe just put it to the floor. Pedal through the metal, as they say, and crank it up. Steering is behaving now that I've gotten rid of the inexplicable dead zone edition that I'd added, which was making my steering act like there was a dead zone, strangely enough. So it's sort of raining, sort of cloudy, a lot of traffic. I got an AI, DP's AI traffic edition. The traffic edition, it pumps up the AI traffic depending on the time of day and the location, whether it's a backcountry road or a big highway and stuff like this. So I think it works on all the maps, and it's nice. Sometimes it's annoying when you're trying to get out from somewhere. You got just too much freaking traffic crashing at you at the highway, and they do crash at you, especially if they're buses. But it gives a good realism. I haven't seen a lot of military vehicles. I've got the standard pack, well, the standard ATS plus Coast to Coast map plus the Canada-Dream, and I added in the Jazzy Cat military trailer on, because I wanted to get some more heavy things. I like to do heavy haul. I've got like a 550, I think, horsepower truck with a Kenworth W900 with a what are we coming by here? We're passing by. Can't even see what it would have been. Maybe a high beam will show me. What do we got coming here? Doesn't say. Anyways, we've got an 18-speed transmission, so it's pretty good for heavy haul. I don't want to have a bigger, an 800 horsepower truck, because that kind of takes the fun out of it. And a 18-speed gives me pretty good range. The backside of something. So we're heading into the sun. We've got this sort of glare off the windshield, which is nice. You would have that. Unfortunately, well, I guess I put down here and yeah, I suppose I could. There's probably an option that lets me put visors down. Oh yeah, it stopped raining. Probably can turn this off, Mike. There. Put the wipers on just because it's a nice effect, but not as if the game cares. Doesn't give you a ticket or something. They should. Well, what they really should give you tickets for is things like leaving your high beams on at night, finding everybody. I know if you're playing multiplayer, that earns you the ire of your players, fellow players, but I'm not big on multiplayer. Multiplayer is fun in spin tires because you actually are doing a multiplayer against 3 or 4 people. You're in the same map and you try different kinds of vehicles, like the spin tires Mudrunner. Somebody has, logging truck. Somebody else maybe logging truck with a crane. Then you've got maybe a big one of the big vehicles, the 8x8 vehicles that tow people out. Maybe a fuel truck, or maybe in a little Jeep or something. You can explore the map, cooperate, and kind of fun. In multiplayer, the ATS or ETS, the only cooperation you can do is you can drive together in a convoy, chat. That's fun. And by driving together, you hopefully intimidate the yahoos that like to drive around smashing into people and don't really care whether they get banned or not. Oh yeah, I put music on. Let me put the music on. I'm not sure where it is. Let me start this again. Oh, it's there. Why can I not hear it? There. Hopefully you can hear the music better now. Yeah, sort of. I just want this as a background. I don't really want heavy metal crashing out when we're trying to drive and talk. Yeah. Yeah, it's just sort of there. Let me take a chance and nudge it up again. I had this set to a switch. But it wasn't really working that well. The switch kept changing channels too. Not sure why. Maybe that's good like that. Yeah, that's good. So sort of a nice sunset. I like some of the effects in this game are good. I tried a winter mod up here, and it was too wintry. What it does is it dusts everything with just a light bit of snow, not enough to bury everything, but just enough to change all the different shades of greenery to something darkish under snow. Do we need gas? No, and it's on the wrong side of the road. Okay. So, and plus it didn't affect the physics. So that was kind of boring. It did change the temperature. If you look now, or if we look, we're at it's 22°C out there, and it's water's at, geez, my glasses are, water's at 90, 85, oil's at 90. When I had the winter mod, I started off, I forget where I was, maybe up by Labrador City. Fired up the truck, went to fire up the truck, and it was -5°C. And the water and oil was correspondingly cold, so to add a bit of realism, I waited a few minutes for things to warm up a bit before I took off. Normally you'd sit and wait for it to get up to this range, but I didn't really want to subject people to watching the temperature inch up or paint dry. So now we are coming to the little jog in the road. Okay. Let's back this up a bit. Oh, we're doing a thing like that. That's cool. I like these pines out there, jack pines, white pines, whatever they are. They also look like palm trees, so which is unusual for Saskatchewan. Brake, 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 because I've cut the brake down. 6 north or south. I reduced the braking effect. Trailer and trailer stability and braking are down almost to nothing because I want the reality of not being able to just whip around the corner and have the trailer hold like it's on rails, and also not to be able to just jam the brakes on and stop at a dime, because this is 25 tons or whatever I'm pulling, and you have to plan ahead, which is kind of fun. Metal Dragon, sorry, I just noticed. I don't. I'm kind of new at this, and I don't always check. Check who's on first, or who's just checking in, but yes, greetings, Metal Dragon. I'm with a, I think 25 tons up from crawler tractor, one of these things, going from Russel, Manitoba to Fort Nelson, BC. I think it's 22 hours, which would be, well, a good hour in real time. May or may not do the whole thing in one trip. Might have to take a break, have a nap, or, well, probably will be taking breaks, quick breaks to get more wine and stuff, because, well, we can drink and drive now. At least we can here. I've added some very faint background music to this. I'm using the YouTube selections they have. Since YouTube is very picky and can actually mute out your audio if they decide that you're playing copyright music, even if it's, you know, your own CDs doesn't count, you know. So they have a selection of music, and I've downloaded some miscellaneous jazz, so I'll just put that in the background. And I've also checked out some of the towns and stuff we'll be passing through on the way, so hopefully I can add some local color. Not a lot of local color to add right now because, oh look, trees. Yeah. I think I have to sneeze. No, I don't. Good. Like I mentioned before, Saskatchewan would actually be wheat fields going right to the horizon, but we can't really show that without slowing right down. I'm at 60 FPS, which is good. It's a 750 GTX 750 card, the NVIDIA thing, and I'm running GeForce Experience for the streaming, and it goes, and high beams. It goes pretty good. My son has a fancier setup with his own open software, so you can blend channels and stuff together, and I haven't got that far yet. Let me do that. But my plan with this, if you're new, is I like the Canada Dream. Just, it's not that it's especially rich in detail. It's not like driving the Hungarian map, where there's villages and cows and guys on bikes and all sorts of shit around every corner. But it's I like it because I live in Canada, in Ottawa. I've driven or visited a lot of these areas, and I just like to check them out. So my plan is to go coast to coast with heavy haul, if possible. I've added the Jazzy Cat military cargoes to get more heavy haul, but even though there's not a lot of them, so I think I need to do, plan A will be to go coast to coast to explore as much as I can, and maybe heavy haul, and then I'll try that first, and then after I've done that, then I'll just focus more on getting these big 54 or 70 ton loads, because they're kind of fun to do too, especially when there's a hill or rain. So we are coming up to something. Let me look at our gas stations. I'm okay, I got half a tank, but let me look and see what our plans are. There's that cheesy music. We're coming up to Saskatoon. We missed the signs. There was Regina and then Verdun. Where's Verdun? Verdun. Verdun is oil capital of Manitoba, supposedly, and Regina is the capital. Formerly called Wascano or Buffalo Bones, renamed in 1882 to honor the Queen Victoria and to dishonor the Aboriginal people who'd called it Buffalo Bones or Wascano. Saskatoon, largest city in Saskatchewan, 246,000. Has the University of Saskatchewan, and it is named after the Saskatoon berry. Isn't that exciting? So after Saskatoon, we can get some gas up here, and then, yeah, other places. Good. Hit the road jack. Here we are again. And look, there's the city lights of Saskatoon, which may or may not be representative of what's actually in the city. Generic stuff that goes into these. Do a city, slap in some high rises, and you do pretty well the standard. Possibly returning here. Oh, person. Possibly you're standing on the brake there. Yeah, we're good. Those are back in. Looks good. Yeah. My only worry when I swing wide like that to... Anybody coming? Nope. Swing wide like that to catch... have enough room for a corner is sometimes the AI, if they're coming up, they see you, even though you're in the left-hand lane signaling you want to turn right. You're like, I don't know what you're doing there. I'm pretty sure you're not turning right, and they try to cut you off. But then you have an accident, and then you get fined for a collision. How are we here? We good? Yeah. Seems to be good. We got a lot of room here, but I like to do this just in case somebody comes whipping up and decides they want to come towards me. These people don't always, they don't always give you enough room. Saskatoon. Oh. So I'm using an automatic. It's an 18 speed. I have a shifter. I have a G29 wheel and a accompanying shifter and pedals. I hate it when it zooms like that. And I have used the shifter for an 18 speed. Use a couple of buttons for the the range changes, and it's kind of fun. But after a while, you get tired of it. So 18 speed. Well, I haven't mentioned before, this is my free Logitech G29. I had a G27. that I bought a few years ago on sale because the 29 was coming out and they wanted to get rid of the 27. It turns out it was a good wheel. Lasted a few years, and then September, October last year, it started to be flaky. Sometimes it wouldn't work, so you unplug, reload, reset things, and get it to work again, and it just got to get worse and worse. And I did support calls, and eventually did some support ticket with Logitech, and Logitech was very good at detailed. Try this and this and this, and here's a sequence of steps, and what about this, and what about this, and I tried things, and it worked for a while, and then it wouldn't. And then we tried something different, and it worked for a bit, and then it wouldn't, and then periods when it did work got shorter and shorter until I was down to the stage where I could use it for like a minute, and then it would disappear. The controller would disappear, and the truck would just keep going straight or into a wall or something. So at that point, Logitech decided that I was still under warranty, and I'd get a warranty replacement. So they sent me a brand new G29 wheel and pedals and shifter, all at no charge. Didn't even have to pay shipping or duty or anything. And I'm happy to say there's still the very occasional glitch when it disappears, but not sure. But it's way more dependable. It's the occasional glitches I used to get with the old wheel that I think everybody gets. You have to reload or reboot or unplug or stuff like this, but no. All in all, this is fine. I've got the same. I had more buttons on the shifter for the G27, which was nice because there's like 8 of them plus a little rocker hat thing, and they don't move when you're driving. I got the same number of buttons, if not maybe a bit more, but they're all on the G29 wheel. So if you're spinning the wheel and trying to find out what was your high beam or what was your button to toggle between the high and low ranges of the shifter, yeah, can be a challenge. So I guess it was cheaper for them to put them all on. Well, maybe some people just never buy the shifter, because I guess if you're driving racing cars, there's the paddles. So maybe depending on your implementation, you just use the wheel and you shift up and down with the paddles. Sip of wine here. Don't know. Kind of being a jerk with these guys. Leave my high beams on when they pull in front. I really should. Well, actually, it looks nicer if you do it like that. You can see your people's. This way, you can't really see a lot of tail lights. And it's 2:13 a.m. and we're in the summer and north-ish in Canada. So I think the day length is calculated based on time and latitude. But you know, 2:20 is starting to get brighter. And in this game, you'll be driving, since the time goes faster, it's a almost a 20-to-1 scale. No, I could get gas. It's a nice thing too, the Petro-Canada stations, they're quite obvious. It's empty, it's blank here. And this, oh look, that'd be Petro-Canada. I got little less than half a tank, and probably a good chunk of range yet, but the range that you actually get. Shit, I should have picked another lane. This guy may just sit here and be a jerk. Or not. Good. Thank you. Let's pull closer to the pump so we can get our diesel, get some DAP fluid. So yeah, this says I've got 600k, and I don't think I do. It says I got 600k range, but I don't think I have that much. I think they figure the mileage for like maybe at 15-ton load and the corresponding mileage. Yeah, we've got I see 1300k left. So we probably wouldn't have made it. Even now, it's 1900. We're likely going to gas up again, oil up again, diesel oil up again. Check for cars. Sometimes cars like to just whiz through the gas station, not stopping for fuel at all, just so they can catch you unawares. I think. Like, I was gonna say it's like annoying. No, it is annoying. Saskatoon. Not sure what our new next highlights are. I got a bunch written down, but we may or may not see them as a little detour off the map. What's this one? You drive along and there's, we put some lights in. 6 of them. 4 north. Don't know. I tried to check it out on the route that I was planning it, but it's hard to. They show that there's a interchange, but they don't show a number or what town it's going to or anything. It's just this little thing there. There we go. I got the normal force feedback set up on this, but not that exciting. It'd be nice if they built more forced feedback into the highway. Now I know if you're driving on maps, especially the Russian one where they have gravel and all different kinds of road, you feel the road. It's nice. This one would be nice if you felt more of the bumps, like when there's a junction between different kinds of road, like going from a gas station to the highway or vice versa. Oh, here we are downshifting. Not that heavy load. The automatic does a good job at downshifting until you're down at A1 and 2, trying to get up a hill, and then it hunts between 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, and I have to hit the tab button, go to force sequential, and then just use my buttons, shift and control buttons, to make it go up or down. So I just lock it in 2 and drive. Guy's trying to pass me. I'm going a little faster. I'm not at 1500. It tends to shift up at 1500, but aha, going faster. Can't get this up. No, I won't. It's an AI. It'll just keep going. But what's he gonna do now? I guess depending what the AI has in terms of how much weight. Oh, Kindersley. Oh, let me tell you about Kindersley. I scribbled that one down. It's big on oil and gas, strangely enough, for northern Saskatchewan, and they get a lot of it out with hydraulic fracturing. In fact, the town makes a good income selling treated water, because I guess it has to be treated for some reason, to the local oil and gas wells, so they can pump it into the ground and fracture if they want. So that's their claim to fame. Wikipedia says there. Oops, I'm trying to read and drive. Wikipedia says, and I just wrote it down, said there's about population is about 5,000, I guess. Probably a few thousand. If there's a lot of oil and gas, there's probably, you know, maybe 1,000 other camps around the town. So these places do a big support industry with, you know, food and supplies and stuff like that for these various companies. Although price of gas, price of oil and gas has dropped. So a lot of these places are hurting, especially Alberta. The oil sands of Alberta are really hurting because extracting oil from the oil sands, it's just this, well, it's sand with oil in it, and it's guck. They have to use steam to heat it out, and then they've got a lot of waste, a lot of dirty water then that they have to clean up as best they can, then put in settling ponds and stuff. So there's a lot of either environmental pollution or just settling ponds, so it looks like pollution. Lloydminster, let's slow down a bit. Alberta. We'll head right straight through Lloydminster. Why can I not hear my music again? What happens to this? Does it stop? Don't know. I think I mentioned I've got free YouTube friendly copyright free music. So Lloydminster. Why is it called Lloydminster? Good question. Lloydminster straddles the Saskatchewan and Alberta borders, and it's not a dual city, it's one city. Straddles the borders, and they said, well, screw the issues. Population is about 20,000. The cool thing is time zones are a problem. Saskatchewan doesn't go to daylight savings time. I think every other province in Canada does. So when Alberta goes to daylight savings and Saskatchewan doesn't, do we need gas? No, we got some. Lloydminster follows the Alberta time. So it must be a pain. I mean, if you're working on a farm just east of Lloydminster, you're going into town to get something, and you have to remember, okay, what time is it there? Is the feed store going to be open or closed? Kind of cool. Such is the cross they bear in Lloydminster. So, like I mentioned, daylight is coming because we're northerly and summerly. 5 o'clock. Probably can turn off these high beams. Whizzing along the Trans-Canada Highway through the quote-unquote wheat fields of Saskatchewan, or Alberta. Actually, this far north, we're probably getting into, not boreal forest yet, but I should look on the map, on the real map, Google Maps. I suspect it's somewhat woodsy. Not that this has changed much since, it's been like this since Manitoba. This was their idea of Saskatchewan wheat fields, but we're heading north. Next big place is, oh look, Edmonton. Oh, guess what Edmonton has? Oilers. Them hockey guys. And they had the West Edmonton Mall, which I think until 2010 or something was the largest mall in the world. I'm guessing that it got beat out by something in Dubai. Because Dubai has such a shitload of money and they just build big things. But it's kind of a neat mall. It had, well, being Edmonton and up north and cold, it was quite attractive to people to go to the mall and at least, you know, take off your parka, unlace your winter boots, your bucklucks, take off your toque and your scarf, and sit down at a patio next to a fountain or something, relax. And they had sort of a Disneyland type amusement park. I think they actually had a there was a water feature in the park, like as part of the Disneyland thing, that I think had a working submarine in it. What are you doing? Something bad? Why did you stop? Okay. He was perhaps hoping I'd be behind him, because sometimes the AI does that. They just do weird things. Change lanes or merge in front of you and then brake check. Even though there's nothing at all in front. Okay, so we're at 87K. We can get out fast. We probably could. Do we have to turn it around? No, we've got a way station. I wonder if we can get past before the way station. I'm guessing we'll get past before the way station, and we'll have to go into the way station. Come on now. Oh, that bugger, he's speeding up now. Okay then, screw you then. Bit of Jake. Construction. What is he doing? What the fuck? What are you doing? I'm gonna pull over. No, don't pull over. I'm gonna pull out. No, don't pull out. Oh, Jesus, don't. Just don't be freaking annoying, buddy. I've never seen that kind of construction where it just narrows with an arrow, but everything keeps going and there's no lights or anything because it's 4 lane. But on the other side, and oh, I wasn't looking. I think I have to pull in. It said bypass service red, I think, meaning that not bypassed. I'll pull in. We'll see what happens. The funny thing about way stations is that in the ATS down south on the real map, they go from full out to 15k speed limit. What do we got here? 43 ton. Cool. We are 25, so 43, we are 18 tons. For truck and trailer. Yeah, the way station's down on the regular map. They've got a very short. Oh, good. The buses are nasty. There's basically no deacceleration. There's no lane, whereas I've watched people driving online. I guess we turn lights on, eh? YouTube, like real truck drivers, and the way station. There's, you know, from here to where that truck is, where that bus is, they're often for a lane. You just slow down, slow down, slow down, and pull in. And the same with coming out. But on the other hand, this one, the way stations have no speed limit, so you saw it. Is that 110? When I was there, heading through the way scale. I can't complain. I mean, I can't complain, but I shouldn't complain because it's Canada Dream is built. It's basically a one-man show. More greenery, so it's recognizing the fact that oh, look, at there's mountains on the left and right. Recognizing the fact that we are actually getting in northern Alberta. And it actually is getting. No, it's not. It's not. It's not the prairies. Oh, these buses are scary. Well, just because I know they've got the AI has been nudged towards, I think, the buses. It's just be a little more aggressive. And the discovered. Take a picture. Ooh, there's a dirigible, yes, airship up there. Where's the mall? Do we see the mall? Don't know. We'll slow down. We see a big tower there, which is like the big towers in every other place. Mountains there. Nope. I'll wait till we get the other side. Maybe we'll see something that looks like a big mall. There's this. Train, maybe an elevated train down there. Seem to be big hotels in it, but doesn't it? Ooh, I hear an airplane. Oh no, that would be that blimpy thing. Can I see it? No, but it's up there somewhere. Why can't I see it? Well, I can't see it because I'm afraid of running off the road. Sorry for spinning around there. Oh, look at this. Whee! That's part of the west. Maybe that's part of the amusement park at the mall. They just route all the trucks through it. And we go up. Same thing. I wonder if they have this feature in it. We're just letting it slow down here because we want to. Oh, good. We're in a good lane. So did I see a mall thing? No. No. Nice building, but. Did I miss my turn off? Jeez, I did. Okay, now what do we do? Can't do a U-turn. Well, we can do a U-turn. Dear. Here I am so busy looking at Edmonton. And I'm not paying attention to the map, and we definitely missed the turn off. It's going to take us here. Jasper. Oh, it's going to be one hell of a detour. Well. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do. U-turn. Right here, because why not? Because people tend to be nice. Whoa! No. Get on my lane, okay? Okay, now you go there. Now I'm going here. Hopefully that guy gives me enough space. It's very illegal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Oh, look, somebody had an accident. Alright. Thank Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for having an accident down there. Things to do with your heavy haul. Luckily nobody's watching. Oh shit, people are watching. So I had a little dip there. Did I actually get any damage from that? 1%. Oh, who cares, 1%. This is gonna take me down here. Now the problem is this, these turns can be a challenge. What I'll do is I'll set it up. I'll get the back end here, blocking the lane, and then I'll get the front end over here, and then turn left from here. Because we're blocking the lane behind us. Not that there's anybody there. Anybody there? There's that guy there. There's that guy there. Oh, he turned. Turn. What about coming this way? People coming this way? Do you see me now? 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 Okay. Ooh, everybody is pausing so nicely. Such nice people here in Edmonton. I see, oh yeah, he's from down east. Actually, if they knew I was from Ontario, being Westerners, they might, oh look, skateboards. Cool. Skater dudes. Well, that was as difficult as I thought. Completely screw up like that, you can either go to a previously saved file or pick another route in the highway or do something illegal like a U-turn in a 4-lane highway and a very long load. And that's where you flick the optional switch that covers all your identifying plates and tags so nobody can report you. Oh look, not pine trees. Huh. What, we're entering apple orchards? No. Which way are we heading? Let's see, we're heading... Well, should be boreal forest eventually, but if the developer wanted to put cute little trees like that there, so go for it. It's different. Not pine trees. So that was Edmonton, and the mall, and the U-turn, and a few mountains around Edmonton, but for some reason they stopped. I thought we were going to see foothills and Rockies and stuff, but no, we're not that far yet. Maybe Edmonton is surrounded by fake ski hills. Our next thing that I've written notes for is Lac La Biche. Turn off at Lac La Biche and oops and a turn off for the shoulder of the road if you want to take it. No, I'm good. Lac La Biche and Fort McMurray. Geez, I'm wondering, I think I need more wine just to settle my nerves here. Traffic is piling up. It's 9 in the morning. I guess that's it. I think the AI does a bit of rush hour. right behind us going slow. But we don't want to go slow, so we're going to step on the gas, or pump up the volume, and we'll have to cut in after this guy. Cut off the bus behind us and hope. Yeah, we've got people doing a little bit of braking or brake checks on each other. So 83. Yeah. Keep pulling out. It's this thing. What is it? Camper van? Oh. Same with glass. Okay. Probably wants to avoid a lot of bumps. I can see that. We didn't cut him off there. Oh, getting foggy. Or maybe that's rain. Sky looks okay. Maybe it's raining. We'll see in a second. By the presence of rain. Yeah. Could be heavy rain. It is heavy rain. I believe the physics mod I have does vary the wipers on, just to be nice. It does vary the traction. Oh! And dark suddenly it gets darker. Thunder and lightning. Pouring like hell. Jeez Louise, on the road to Dawson Creek. I'll tell you about Dawson Creek when we get there. Or you can look it up yourself. Oh look. Wine's gone. Okay. Don't go away. I'm going to I get to use the escape option on my truck, which lets me escape from the truck. I'll mute and I'll get more quote coffee unquote. Back here now, and driving there and raining. My wine is from the wine rack here in Ottawa, and it's a blend of, it's not that fancy, but then on the other hand it's cheap, it's fairly dry, it's a blend of Canadian and Italian wines. Don't know which ones, don't really care. Went out this afternoon, late this afternoon. wood because it was hump day and things are on sale. I think it's called hump day, not because people hump each other in the bar, not maybe much later, but because it's the hump. It's like for the people who are still stuck in 9 to 5, Wednesday is after Wednesday you're over the hump and you're coasting towards the weekend, which is kind of a sad way to live. But anyways, we can't all choose. So cheaper beer on hump day, which is nice, although it's going up. The minimum wage in Canada has gone up. It's gone up from $11.60 to $14. Big jump. I think a 20% jump. 15% jump. I think it's 15. Right? Anyways, big jump. It's been, and then next year is going up to 15. The minimum wage is less for servers. I forget how much. Maybe it was, instead of $11.60 was $9.60, so maybe it's going up to, I don't know, $12 now. But it's going up for servers, so bars, restaurants, their labor costs have gone up, which means that their prices are going up. So I think the beer prices at my local are going up, also going up 15 or 20%. And you know, I mean, it's minimum wage has been too low for a while, so it did need to go up. It's too bad it went up in such a jump because that hurts a lot of businesses. It's hard to adjust. $11.60 to $14 or whatever it is for servers. There was a Tim Hortons, where they had said that they used to pay, I think they used to pay for breaks and lunches as a perk. It's not required under the Ontario Labour Law, but they got it as a perk. Now that the wages have gone up, they've taken that out, so for some people it means a drop in pay. So that will be a problem. Some people will see the companies, you know, if you got cheap drinks or free supper or something working there, they can say, well, no, we can't give you free supper anymore because we're paying you more money, which is too bad because they're still not paying them a lot of money. What likely will happen is tipping. You know, people had asked, so if the minimum wage goes up, what do we do with tipping? I guess thinking, well, if the minimum wage has gone up like $1.50 or whatever for servers, now are they going to retire with Cadillacs? Do we have to can we not tip anymore? And I'm like, no, tipping really shouldn't change. It's still, if you're tipping, you know, 10, 15, 20, whatever you tip, then continue on with that. I guess it will be a little more if the prices of food goes up at 2%, then your tip will go up to 2%. But I think what's going to happen is people see the price of food and, oh, nice cut in. If they see the price of food and drink go up, then somebody that used to tip 20 is going to say, well, maybe I'll tip 15. It's kind of unfair because a lot of the people I know that hang out in the bars and stuff, they're, you know, you're dropping a bag of money. So whether you tip 20 or 15 is no big deal. If you're really that concerned about your money, then just stay home. So we'll see what happens. Am I going to continue? Don't chat your way past this, Mike. I'm going to continue. Tipping. I'm off and on. Okay, so we're going to go. I'll interrupt myself to say that I'm going to sort of stay in the middle. Because I need like a lane and a bit with this load, and if you try to stay over in your lane, other vehicles take advantage of you and cut in and get in an accident and then get upset. So I'm still a thank you for waiting. I'm usually a 20% guy. Not to say that a server doesn't do well. You know, if you're making $200 tips in a shift in an evening, that's pretty good. But whether you're getting paid $9 or $11 an hour, you know, that helps too. For those nights when it's slow and you only make $50 in tips, but at least you're making an extra couple of bucks an hour for your, you know, 8-hour shift, so that's another $16. So we'll see. I know my son, in his job, he was making $12 an hour before Christmas, and now he's making 14. And oh look, there's a helicopter. I wonder why. Do we have an accident? Maybe we got shit there. Changing lanes here. Changing lanes, changing lanes, changing lanes. Jesus Christ. I didn't change it all. There was a plane on the road. Not much warning. That car somehow braked enough and managed to avoid hitting me. That was kind of cool. I think I'll crash on the highway. Okay, sorry buddy, but I wondered why that guy changed lanes. Well, that's new. I haven't seen that. I know the ATS official map, and I guess this one too, has dynamic incidents, various kinds of accidents and construction things and such that are scattered around the map in a dynamic manner, meaning that if we were to come on that road again, we probably wouldn't see that there. We might see it, you know, half an hour farther up the road, or not. It was nice. It spawns things with a little bit of randomness in it. What do we got come past here? Oh, containers. But a lot of military stuff. I wonder why. Oh yeah, wipers could probably come off. Oh. Trying to look at the wipers and the button, and not the phone at the same time. Yeah, he's not bad when you do that. If we swerve around whoever's trying to pass you, it's just like, oh, never mind. I'll wait. I'm good. Let me know when you finish spazzing about. See, we have a narrowing here, but they usually let you in. Speaking of spazzing about lanes, I'd rather bring my car in today to get the oil pressure gauge changed. It's a 2008 Mazda 3, 10 years old. And the oil pressure light was flickering on and off, and it was annoying. What are we going to do? Thank you. The oil pressure gauge was flickering on and off, as opposed to just solid on and off, and they checked the oil fine. And they figured out, well, it's the gauge, the sending unit is defective. Of course, that's like $50 for the sending unit, another $50 labor. I could have just, I guess, put black tape over it and used the oil pressure gauge we used to use, as in none. This is kind of cool, eh? Do we get to go over this ramp and jump into the sky? No, we have to turn. That would have been fun, especially in winter. That's kind of cool. I don't remember seeing ramps like this, or an interchange like this. Do all ever stop? No, but they're waiting, so screw this. I'm not stopping. We clear? Yeah, we're through the mud, dirt, but I don't care. So I had to bring my car in. We got that changed instead of just ignoring it, putting black tape over it. But dropped into my son's too. There's up there, had a good visit. But I was asking I was driving out on the Queensway out there, and there seemed to be a unusually high percentage of people who aren't really sure of the concept of dotted lines and multiple lanes on a highway, and especially when you're doing a bit of a curve. Well, when you're going straight, sometimes you see somebody who sort of wanders back and forth. They figure as long as they don't let their wheels go actually over the dotted lines on either side, that's close enough. It's a suggestion. It's not really a rule. But often they'll be coming around a bend and they'll start cutting the corner a bit and definitely going on the dotted line, or they get just ahead of you and they're going in. And as far as I can tell, maybe they decided they want to change lanes and they just completely forgot I'm sitting there. So beep the horn, they pull it back. Of course, my Mazda's got me, so don't get no respect. I asked the guy in my garage, can I get an optional air horn? And he laughed. He said, yes, you can. In his younger days, he had a Honda Civic. And the little horn went neat. So he got an option. He actually got an air horn. I asked him if it sucked all the air out of the manifold installed in his car when he tutored it, but no, it wasn't that bad. So he actually had a truck air horn under the hood. So if somebody was, I should put the brakes on here, we're fast for curvy road. Somebody cut him off, or he just wanted to, whatever. Yeah, definitely got respect after or he scared people into running off the road. Be illegal, I don't know. Geez, it would be nice. Because you have a feeling when somebody's cutting you off or whatever, modern cars are really well insulated, right? So it's hard to tell. They might have a stereo on and stuff, so just a second, I have to just change. I'm gonna change windows here. Okay, we're good. Just wasn't sure what was happening in the window on my Twitch. Oop. Oh, we're entering something, I think. Big sign. Welcome to British Columbia. Looks the same. But Dawson's Creek welcomes you. I can tell you about Dawson's Creek. Dawson Creek, sorry. And therein lies the distinction. Dawson's Creek was a TV show. Dawson Creek is a small town. Northern BC. Okay, so we missed Lac La Biche, which was on the Voyager route to Hudson Bay. About 2,000 people, and it's big for tourism on Oil Patch. And we also missed past that is Fort McMurray, middle of the Athabasca oil sands, and it's probably off the road 78,000 people plus 5 or 8,000 depending on how busy the oil patch camps are or not. And we also missed the turn off to high level, which is at high level, at the height of land between the Peace and Hay rivers, hence the name high level. That was another turn off to one of those roads that wasn't labeled. And again, oil fields. Ooh, this looks nice. Actual overpass. we'll head through. Nobody being a jerk? Alright. Dawson Creek. 11,000 people. Not the TV show. It's mile 0 of the Alaskan Highway, which is exciting. Dawson Creek has to hold that mile 0 down. And it's big for agriculture and tourism and, oh, possibly oil and gas. Kelso Breeze. Next stop on my map, Fort Nelson. Possibly there's exciting things in between there, but not that I can see. Let's look on the other map and see what we've got. Between Dawson Creek and Fort Nelson, oh, we got highway. Ooh, hopefully we get gas. We'll find out when we get there. We've got 400k to go, and we've got gas for, oh, well, that's interesting. 487 miles, 487k, and we've got 114, so technically we can make it. If we don't, do we have a, when we do a detour, sometimes you do a little detour and pick up stuff, and no, we probably should have, well, we did stop back here, way back. The plan probably would have been to go into Dawson Creek, be in pain with this. No, plan B is to just head up to Fort Nelson. And I can get gas in Fort Nelson. Possibly right there as I coast to a stop. Not a problem. We just will try not to. Try to be economical. Not sure how we do that. I guess don't tromp it and try to pass people. If we run in a lot of hills, we got 25 tons, which is a little higher than I think the average they calculate gas on. We might run out or not. We're out of the orchard type trees and into the boreal forest, which for some reason rhymes with boring, because it can be. Narrower verges on left and right. Turn off to something. People are good. I don't know, sometimes the AI just, it's a death wish. And I'm sure they lose points and everything like this, but you do voodoo with it, not fun. Another turn off. We do. Fort Nelson. ATS, those intersections, they all drop the speed limit just for, you know, a few hundred meters, it seems. $342K, and we think we can go 384, so we're still I don't think we have to go through any towns to any. We haven't. I don't think we have since we started. We haven't gone through any cities with stoplights and stuff, so we won't use that up. yeah, we're in Torqueland at 18. That's pretty low. I think we're pretty efficient at that. RPM, keep it like at 87. Oh, here's the speed limit, 193k, whatever that is. Never seen that before. Take a picture of that. 193k, like maybe. That can't be right. 150 miles an hour. Anybody there? Anybody with a calculator? What is 193k per hour in miles per hour? Weird. Possibly a typo. Because people ahead of me are obviously not going 193. Maybe 90. We've got, well, 3:30. Okay. Might make it. Maybe I've checked, but I'm pretty sure last time we filled it up was the last time. Maybe not. Note to self, check the map. Just because you're running into gas station. Kabunk, kabunk, kabunk. I know in ETS, I think it was in maybe northeastern Germany. There was some country where, oh look, we have no gas, no oil, yeah, no oil wells. We have no gas stations. The first time I went through, I had to drop my load, like half an hour from the gas. Drop my load, bombed out of the gas station because my mileage is much better with nothing. Gas up, come back, pick up my load on the side of the road, and then carry on. Embarrassing. Hoping your boss doesn't find out. Why does the GPS show you doing this and then this and then this? You're running out of fuel? Yeah. You should find a gas station. I know I should find a gas station. Shut up. I gotta go 250 for 53k, and I've got enough for 277. This is gonna be annoying. I can do a recovery. I mean, it will bring me to the nearest town, which I'm pretty sure is going to be me a mile outside of Port Nelson. 240, 287. We'll just ignore this. We'll just ignore this and keep driving until the lights go out. Still flat. Flat is good. Hills were doomed. Hills were doomed. Still ways to go, man. 223. Oh, what's it say? 237. No, we're not gonna make it. We might get it now if we drop the load and throw it in town, but like 2 hours there, 2 hours back, and that's no. What was our last, trying to second guess myself. Dawson. I think it was way down here. Possibly at my U-turn in Edmonton. Might have been there, here. I might have gassed up here and skipped this one because I was close. Not looking ahead. 210, 226. consumption per parsec or whatever. Speed 1.5. Kilometers per liter. No, don't look at that. You'll just drive yourself crazy looking at a bike. 202, 189. I'm gonna have to do that, I think, you know? Once I get in town, I'm gonna have to drop this, get gas, and then pick it up. So I think I'm gonna be that close, especially when I maneuver and park. Shift bugger. Let's force a shift here. Whoops. That'll force it. Going off the road. Force it to go drop down. Now do we have better mileage, different mileage, happy mileage? 1.5 K per liter. That's what we had before. We can go 128K, and it says that we need to go 140. 141. So, okay. So, stay tuned, folks, and you'll see me die by the side of the road and then call roadside assistance, which possibly hurt your money, but I got bags of money. Maybe not. Maybe just cost you money. Can't remember, it's been a while since I've done it with a load. Maybe there's just no shame other than, you know, $4,000 for a tow truck. But I got $541,000, so I can't afford a tow truck. Let's just see how close we got. 17K. Yeah, I think I rolled in with like one time with 9K left or something. Just sucking fumes out of the tank. Yeah, this is what? I go 91? I have to go 110. Let's just put it back into automatic mode. Exciting drive to Fort Nelson. Maybe it's more exciting in real life. Maybe there's more lumber trucks and stuff trying to run you off the road, or big wide trucks with oil rigs on them. There's no special loads in this yet. I'm assuming they'll be adding them because they're in ATS. That'd be nice. The special loads in North America had an oil well focus. Because some of them in ATS are weird. It's like a very big crate, a single crate that's this humongous thing. Or pressure tank. Some of they, I don't know. I've looked at some of the special loads in ETS. They look kind of cartoony. You think they could have put more detail into them. I gotta go 66K, and that says 30K. That's close. I'll make that. That's the estimate, 30K. I wonder how much gas I actually have. Well, can't tell. It's down on 0. I'm gonna zoom in and see if I was measuring it. Liters. Fractions of liters. Are we close? Are we? We're probably close enough that it's just annoying. Yeah. That's gonna be it. We're gonna die. I predict we die before the 97 sign. Because I feel like predicting. Look, see, we can see it. Mom. Oh, we're almost there, Mom. Can you hold it? No, I don't know if I can, Mom. Geez, if we get towed into Fort Nelson, and we'll miss the scenery. Well, listen, you're out of fuel. Sucks to be me. How far can I coast? Into town? 65. Oh no, look, no RPMs. Jeez, I wonder if my brakes die in this too. Oh, we're getting close to that sign. Oh jeez, I was very predictive, wasn't I? Predictive. I was accurately predictive. Your noises as it tries to run the engine. 47K. We're gonna get people behind us at some point saying, "Oh, I got past the sign." All right. Jeez. Maybe I can coast right into town. Not. Does it look like downhill into town? No. 3K. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna get to the turnoff. This is. I think I'm gonna get to the turnoff. The actual sign this is. The light's on so you can actually see it. Fort Nelson. See? So I got to Fort Nelson. Do I keep coasting? No. I mean, I could. Yeah, what the hell? Let's keep coasting. Just turn. We'll lose a lot of momentum on this turn. And 10K, not a lot of K. Okay, call assistance. Yeah, sorry. Damage 3%. I got 541,409. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, I don't care. Oh look, here I am, Fort Nelson. Oh, and I brought my load, and I have gas. Okay, where do I have to dump my load? Oh, there. Okay. I just have to get a good angle on this turn, because I suspect not have a lot of room for sympathy for the devil. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oops. Hopefully we didn't damage things. No, maybe not. Oops. Oh, there's a gas station. Hey, the Cello Pizza. No. That Cello. Oh, winery. Oh, well, okay, they need a tractor in the winery. Good. No, I've got wine with me, but thank you. I wonder where they want me to drop it. I possibly can do that if I can go around. Like wide around. Like this. Really long trailer. Possibly, but I don't know. Nope. Oh, maybe. Jesus, looks good to me. Move up farther. There. Holy shit. Well, that's amazing. So I guess redeemed myself a bit after running out of gas. Here we are, Fort Nelson, population of 4,000, and big on oil, gas, and tourism. Unless it's, well, I was gonna say unless it's winter. Level 18. I'm not sure what I can get a level 18. More fraggily, I guess. Now what's our time? My watch died, so I have to get a new. Oh, and Metal Dragon is following me. I just saw that note. Thank you. I have to get a new watch. I have a Swatch that I've had for a number of years. 10. I got it for her birthday, and replace the battery every once in a while. That's okay. Got it clean a year ago because it was slowing down, and it's slowing down again, and the battery's fairly new, and I think it may have just died. So I got a Fitbit to encourage me to get fit a bit. Sorry, wine there. So I think I can get the Fitbit, the one that has the little clock on it, and where it is a wristwatch. Okay, so earn money for your company using your own equipment. Yes, I can. We're in Fort Nelson. I'd really like to get up to Yellowknife and or Fort Simpson. What do we got from here? Lac de Biche, been there, done that. Yellowknife. I'll take it. Saskatoon berries, Lac de Biche. Prince George, no. William Lake, no. Ah, Russel, no, I've been there. Fertilizer, well, that'd be Coles in Newcastle, yes. Like some potash, really, from here. Edmonton, Verdun, and Lloydminster. No, been all those places. I think that'll be the next one. I'm going to just pause. Pause for the pause that refreshes, and I'm going to stop this particular one. And I'll start another one in a few minutes. I'll research the route and see if there's anything interesting to talk about along the way there. And I'll be back in maybe 5. So thank you for following and watching. Catch you later, dudes and dudettes.